Ladies and gentlemen, if you have your attention. I'm Bruce Press. I'm temporarily representing the Parsec Awards Committee, and I'd like to welcome you to the 2013 Parsec Awards. And your award show. Very disappointed to say this, but Scott Sigler and Veronica Belmont had a previous engagement that they didn't inform us of. Very sorry about that. We know you were looking forward to seeing them tonight, and they had prepared and look forward to seeing you. Unfortunately, that's just not going to happen. So we were able to grab a couple other people. I don't know who they are, but they were willing to stand up for you. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, these guys here.
Hello. Oh dear. I'm Betty LaMay.
I'm Murry Goldensplat.
This does not look like the Lions Club annual award show in Lake George at the Sagamore Inn.
It's not any Lions Club I've ever seen. I don't know.
I mean, I did the 1947 awards, and this is not. These are different people.
We've been up in the Catskills for a while, and we were just on our way to the thing, and then this thing happened.
Well, I saw this phone booth, and I just went inside, and then Murray followed me. And
Hey, who wouldn't follow into a phone booth, am I right? One for the boys, as they say, you know.
And so now here, this nice gentleman, well, I can hardly call him a gentleman, gave me this note to read. He said, before we turn to the Audio Drama Awards, a quick announcement. This year, October 30th, marks the 75th anniversary of Orson Welles' Panic broadcast, arguably the most famous audio drama of all. 75th
That was
anniversary.
that Wall of the Worlds thing. I was getting smashed with Orson last week. What is this all about?
75th
Anthony knocked down the bourbon, I tell you.
In light of this year's anniversary, Soundstages Radio is announcing October 30th as the National Audio Drama Day. So if you have something planned for October, a broadcast, a live audio event, a stage audio reading, we want to tell the world about it. So go to audiodramaday.com.
What is a .com?
Or email.
Is that like a street or something?
Or email soundstagesradio@gmail to register. This is all about promoting audio drama as an art form.
Transylvania 65000. That's the only address I know. You know
No,
what
you
I'm saying? So what? This is an award show?
Yeah.
Is that what this is?
I don't have my notes. Does anyone have my cards?
Do we have an award show? What are we doing? That was our cue. It was a little late, apparently. What are you bringing me a picture frame for? What is this? Oh my God, look at this. What is this thing? What is this thing with you people, with the thing and the technology? I don't understand.
Where are we exactly? What is this event? DragonCon.
What about the lake? Where are we supposed to be?
Wait, there's a monster at Lake George. He's named Georgie. Is he a dragon?
It could be a dragon, I don't know. Who knows?
All right, well,
Or
we'll
it
do
could
this
be from
anyway.
Cleveland,
We're getting
either
paid
way.
for this, right?
I think there's got to be some booze involved in this.
All right.
So let me get this straight. You slide your finger across this, and it wiggles a little. Am I right? Here we go.
Murray,
All
that
right,
was inappropriate.
We're
All right.
I don't have my cue cards, but I got this thing right
Let's start the show then. Welcome to the 8th annual Parsec Awards, the event that celebrates this best in speculative fiction podcasting.
It's a fishing show then.
Oh, like dolphins.
Yes.
Dolphins swim in pods. You guys, I don't see anyone dressed as a dolphin. I thought maybe there'd be some lions, because it was a Lions Club.
There's no little hats in anywhere in the audience. This guy has a big hat, but that's not a
he does have
lion's
a big
hat.
hat. He's very dapper.
He's the only one who looks classy with a top hat. I don't know what's going on over here. So these awards apparently were founded in 2006 by Murry Lafferty, Michael R. Menengay, and Tracy Hickman.
2000. There's a typo. I think it's supposed to be 1906.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be 1906?
Got to be. The 2006
All right, well,
has
this is
happened
not
yet.
my problem. This year's Parsec Awards steering committee consists of Laura Burns, Gary Lindros, Susie Murph, Anna Creech, Barry Biddlecombe, and Bruce Press.
It says here The podcasts were nominated by listeners, which is probably a typo for fishermen, evaluated by the steering committee and volunteer assistants. Audio and video samples were then submitted to a group of independent finalist judges.
Yes, and judges looked for excellence in audio-video quality, production, presentation, and sheer entertainment value. They weighed the nominees on a scale of 1 to 10 points, 10 being the best, and the podcast with the most in each category was the winner.
Plus anyone who wanted to bribe anything, apparently, because that's how these things work. Am I right? So apparently the decision of the judges is final. If you don't like the way they put it together, then you're free to volunteer to help out the awards next year. And judges who made the final determination are completely independent of the steering committee.
All right, so I guess we should go to our first category.
I guess we're going to the first category. If I could find that guy.
You're very good at this.
That damn phone booth. I would love to get this figured out.
The first category is for small cast short form, and our presenters are Sylvester McCoy and Tom Merritt. Now, Tom Merritt is an award-winning podcaster and writer. He co-hosts the hit sci-fi fantasy podcast Sword and Laser with Veronica Belmont. Well, she was a no-show. And the award-winning Tech News Today. He also hosts FSL Tonight, Frame Rate, Autopilot, and more. He also writes the comic 10 State with Len Peralta.
So Sylvester McCoy was starring at the National Theatre as the Pied Piper, a play written especially for him when he learned that the BBC was looking for a new lead actor to replace Colin Baker in Doctor Who, 1960. He later won the role as the 7th Doctor. He is also in the Hobbit trilogy as Radagast the Brown, and this is the guy with the phone booth. I'm away from this guy. I don't know.
I have a feeling they meant a policeman's call box, don't you?
Yes, a phone booth is not what it was. It's now called a TARDIS officially. The BBC got it made official. It's TARDIS. The police wanted it back in Britain because it was their police box. But the BBC went to court and the Metropolitan Police went to court and the BBC won.
Yeah, for once.
Yes.
Good for them.
Okay, well,
Best speculative fiction story, small cast, short form.
yeah, that's why they got me. I mean, the thing is, I've been working with a small cast for years, the last 3 years now. Mr. Hobbit! So who do we get? We get a specialist. Who's used to working with a small cast? I am. Anyway, do you know all the hobbits, all the dwarfs are actually taller than me?
They didn't have to extend you on screen, did they?
No, they just squashed them.
All right, so who do we have here? Our first one is Fiends Mimes by Paul Ellard Cooley.
A mime? A mime? How could you have a mime on radio? I mean,
Quiet on
it defies. Yeah. Just silence for 20 minutes. Is that what it is?
Just keep turning it up. Final Girl Theory by A.C. Wise from Pseudopod.
Fires in the Snow by Starla Hutchton.
That's why I had to.
Hey, you let me do that because it was such a difficult name. From Gearhart. Gearhart.
Now Cydonia by
Freedom!
For Gears. Free the Gears, that's important if you want to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Now Cydonia by Rick Kennett from Cast of Wonders.
Royal Off-World Navy by Alexa Chipman. Chipman.
Oh, it's from Imagination.
Oh, from Imagination Lane.
Remember that?
Nope.
Been there? No.
I haven't got an imagination.
I haven't got a lane. Silence, a Fable by Edgar Allan Poe. I don't think he'll be here to... oh, no, it was directed by Jeffrey Gardner from Our Fair City.
Is that Our Fair City? Is that here or any?
I think it's all our
Fair cities.
I suppose. I don't know.
Right. Okay. So now, we're going to open this and say who's won it.
Is that right?
The idea?
Oh, yeah, there it is inside there.
Here's an
Here, I'll
envelope.
open this while you open that.
Exposing himself.
Yeah. It's my favorite team.
All right, the Gallifrey and Time Lords. I used to play for them.
Yeah. I think you won.
Best speculative fiction story, small cast. Short form.
Now Cydonia by Rick Kennett from Parsec.
Oh, they're not here.
No, they're in Australia.
They're down under. Anyway, sadly they can't be with us, but they said, you know, bugger me, it's really nice to receive this award. You know, but I think they've actually sent a message, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yes, by
the internet.
Yes, by podcast.
Hello, everyone. This is Marguerite Kenner from Cast of Wonders. On behalf of Rick, myself, Graham, and Barry, a huge thank you to all the judges for this incredible award. We'd also like to congratulate all the finalists for an amazing showing in this year's category. Rick asked me to share his thanks as well. Rick says, first of all, I'd like to thank Cast of Wonders for producing Now Cydonia, and to Marguerite Kenner for reading it so well. Aw, I'd also like to thank my third grade teacher for teaching me how to spell, and for all the Face on Mars conspiracy theorists for inspiring the story in the first place. Thank you all, and thanks to Rick. Rick has 2 upcoming Cydonia publications, a collection of sci stories titled 30 Minutes for New Hell, as well as the novel Presumed Dead, both through Cooperative Inc. In addition to Now Cydonia and the recently aired Carmel B. Crazies, Cy's adventures have appeared at our good friends the Doomsteve podcast, and she'll be returning to Cast of Wonders this November with The View from Stickney Crater. We can't wait. As for us, Cast of Wonders celebrated our 2-year anniversary this July with the debut of our Little Wonders flash fiction and poetry segments. And beginning September 25th, we'll begin airing our first major serialized novella, Camp Myth Phoenix Watching by Chris Lewis Carter on Wednesdays. We hope you'll join us for Supernatural Summer Camp. Cast of Wonders is a production of Wolfsbane Publishing and is brought to you by the creative team of Graham Dunlop, our host and audio producer, Barry J. Northern, our publisher and artist, and I remain your humble editor, Marguerite Kenner. Our episodes are released every Sunday under our Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial, No Derivatives license. The Cast of Wonders theme, Appeal to Heavens, is by Alexi Mov from musicalley.com. Thanks for listening.
That was an episode.
And after that short speech, they get this wonderful, yes, brother, it was beautiful stars. There we are. Take it.
Yep, enjoy.
Anyway, there we are. This award shall be sent to them to Australia. And whoosh! I'm sure they'll be absolutely delighted to get it. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
He sure looks like he wished he could go back in time to before he had to
does.
present that award.
I wish I could go back in time and find one of those hooks to pull people without a body off stage. That was a little bit long.
But congratulations for the very first win of tonight's award show.
Congratulations. So now we are here to introduce the presenters for audio drama short form.
Yes, so we have Mr. Ken Plume. Ken writes, does interviews, co-hosts podcasts, plots, and sings horribly. He runs Fred Entertainment and at a site called Fred.com where he hosts the interview series A Bit of a Chat with Ken Plume. I don't know why I went all British there for a second, sorry. A Bit of a Chat.
And also to present, although I'm not sure if he's here, is Len Peralta. He draws monsters, robots, zombies, and so much more. His quirky offbeat style has become synonymous with geek music and culture.
Mr. Ken Plume.
Oh, I'm sorry to say that Mr. Len Peralta is not here. But you can pretend he's very short, but he's standing about right here. About right here. Is that good enough? Sorry, Lee. Best speculative fiction, audio drama, short form. The nominees are Geek's Quest, a Skyrim adventure. I should have read that in Brian Blessed voice. Geek's Quest, a Skyrim adventure by Richard Matheson. Aaron's World by Mike Moroz and Aaron. The Minister of Chance by Radio Static. Ancient Evil by Oral Stage Studios, Dialed In. And The Pendant. Pendant? Yes, Pendant Shakespeare by Pendant Productions. So I should open this now, right? Are you ready for this? Did I hear a kazoo? Well, now I made it all worth it. Best speculative fiction audio drama short form goes to The Minister of Chance by Radio Static.
It's Mr. Sylvester McCoy.
It's a fix.
Congratulations.
It's a fix. I bribed. I got it. Anyway, thank you very much. I'm just so happy to be here to receive this award. I want to thank God and my mother and the guy who got me this, ran over my foot. No, this is very nice. Dan Friedman, who is a wonderful comic genius, who started all this up and is still working on it. And I think he's somehow raising the money by putting it online for free. My economics are, not very good, but I don't understand that one. But somehow he raises money from the internet. And he's now starting to film it. He's doing the, this month or next month, he starts filming it with Paul McGann in the preview part of the story. So that'd be interesting if that works. I hope it does for him. He'll be delighted, and he deserves it. He's a great man. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, now it is time to present the award for comedy parody, which is something I think we know a little bit about.
A little bit,
A very little bit about.
We're very well known in the Catskills, you people.
Yes. All right, our first presenter is Jean Marie Ward, who writes fiction, nonfiction, and everything in between. Her credits include a multi-award nominated novel, numerous short stories, and 2 popular art books. She edited the e-zine Crescent Blues for 8 years, and her video interviews and short subjects are a regular feature of buzzymag.com. I don't understand that. What is the dot?
There's so many typos in this thing. Who edited this piece of crap? I don't even know. John Boutel has been hosting and producing podcasts for 8 years. For 5 years, he has been hosting the 50 Days of DragonCon, a podcast countdown dedicated to the directors, staff, and people of DragonCon. He can also be found on the Unique Geek and Need Coffee's Weekend Justice.
And Lee Bennett Connor is the extract director at DragonCon and the co-host of the 50 Days of DragonCon, a podcast countdown dedicated to the directors, staff, and people at DragonCon. Let's welcome them up. I know, it's so sparkly. Yeah, it's so pretty. Yes, it is.
There's a better than fair chance that the finalists in this category are still up in their rooms working on their good bat hunting scripts or their sex lies and androids, I'm pretty sure at this point.
You know what? The podcast in this category might be discussing things that I love. Oh my God.
Kardashians like next wedding?
Part of that, or along a zombie shark, or ghost shark, or bulldozers, or an earthquake, whatever.
Oh, and
Are suddenly we're all in this Catskills? What happened here?
yes.
We're having a lot of fun.
We can blame our wonderful presenters.
We can.
Yes.
It's all awesome.
We will.
It's all awesome. But I that wedding video, it should be really pretty. What do you think?
Whose wedding
Well-
video?
There will be earrings.
Kim Kardashian with the Ferengi.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Should be awesome.
I'd love to see that honeymoon video.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
And the
What? You don't want to see it?
Probably not. But you know what?
Just me then.
These podcasts poke fun at us, our love of geekdom, and they keep us laughing.
They have been selected for their excellence in exploring the lighter side of podcasting.
So the finalists for Best Speculative Fiction, Comedy, Parody, Podcast are, you try to say that.
My Script is Mud by Birky Duncan. Forgive me if I pronounce that wrong.
Blastro Podcast by Mark Soloff.
The chapter titles were so good by The Peter, Regular Tom, and Mr. Tom.
DragonCon TV by Brian Richardson.
Comedy Forecast by Clinton Alvord.
And the winner is, do you have a drum roll? Yes, kazoos! Get out your kazoos!
And there's an envelope.
And the best speculative fiction comedy parody podcast is Blastro Podcast by Mark Soloff. Woo! I think that's it. Are you going to take it?
I am. I am not Mark Soloff.
Oh.
Thank you, everyone. My name is Clayton Fates. I am here on behalf of Blastro Podcast. The host of Blastro Podcast, Ettore Bellordo, has asked me to read this statement. Scientists, wizards, and concubines of the audio community, I, Ettore Bellordo, man of science, happily accept this Parsec Award in absentia. The man standing consensually before you is my trusted research assistant. He is not under the control of proprietary nanomachines, and will definitely not be collecting samples of your skin later this evening as you slumber. To my fellow nominees, I wish I could be with you in person to shake each and every one of your hands, but as we all know, hands are the tarantulas of the arm, and so as a doctor, I advise you to burn your hands at your earliest convenience. In conclusion, I'd like to say a great big thank you once again to the Parsec Committee and the talented artists gathered here in this hallowed hall of justice. And friends, please know that while I cannot celebrate here with you tonight, I look forward to meeting most of your skin, hair, and teeth sometime within the next 10 to 12 days. Kapla!
Now, I know you guys are all excited about your kazoos, but we have an actual real musical act here tonight. So, without further ado, the publicly panted Tom Smith.
How you doing, folks? That's pretty lame for a Parsec Award show. Come on. How you gonna do it? I have a good friend who I talk to a lot about books or movies or whatever's hot. But lately she tells me that she'd rather not, just because she ain't seen them when I spill the plot. She says, spoiler alert, like too much asparagus spills your dessert. I want to discover this stuff by myself. I had no idea the Red Skull was an elf. And he Frodo jump into the Matrix, and they meet Dumbledore the White, and this hot babe leather named Trinity, who fights vampires with Wesley Snipes, or Wolverine. I can never keep those. It isn't my fault I read faster than she, or catch all the previews they show on TV, or download the movies so fast the cops blanch, or hack the computers at Skywalker Ranch. Little bit much. Spoiler alert, sit down and shut up or you're gonna get hurt. I want to discover this stuff on my own, and it's hard to strangle you over the phone. Leia's his sister and Vader's his dad. What could I have said that would make her so mad? Norman Bates' mom is dead, Bruce Willis is a ghost, and Jesus comes back 3 days after he's toast. Oh, I'm sorry, hadn't you finished that one? One day she came over grinning with glee, and said, now you'll know how it feels to be me. I have here the pictures, the scripts, and the proof. King Kong beats Godzilla, and that is the truth. And then Kong takes a grappling gun, and he shoots it up at the International Space Station. And he climbs up there, and he's waving his arms and bellowing and holding either Tia Leone, Mila Jovovich, or Paris Hilton in a skin-tight bodysuit. Although it's airless space, so you can't actually hear him bellowing, and she's so dang skinny you can't even tell it's skin-tight. Then Richard Hatch comes, not the Survivor guy, the good one. And he and Starbucks offer Kong some mocha chocolate ya-ya, which Kong bats away with one swipe of his mighty paw, and so they send up their ancient biplane TIE fighters, which don't have computers so that the Vorlons can't control them. And they shoot Kong down, he falls all the way to Earth, lands on a Zippo lighter factory, and Jack Black looks down and says, it was butane killed the beast. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, I was wrong, I'm sorry, check out my hair shirt, I finally get it, I want to stay friends, and so I'm not telling you how this song... Thank you very kindly. They asked me to come up here and do like 10, 15 minutes. I'm actually a member of a previous Parsec Award winner, and I guess we're up again next year, up again this year, the Funny Music Project at thefump.com. I love that. It sounds like one of those radio signals. Yeah? .com. I expect the old choruses of generic singers that they had in the 70s and 60s. I grew up as a radio kid in Detroit. You had WJR, the perfect station. And now it's a Rush Limbaugh and Sean Hannity vehicle, and I just, never mind. So I'm going to do just a couple songs here to make things a little more interesting for everybody. This one, I Want to Be Rich. I want to be rich. Easiest way I can figure to be rich is to have a horror movie franchise, because you can film those with $1.98 and have 15 movies, and all you need is a bunch of campers and somebody wearing a hockey mask and holding a random garden implement, and you're gold. So, this is my prospective pitch for a movie franchise. Once in a land far away, on a beautiful day, on a wide grassy knoll, which according to D&D Rule 4.0 is a 6-hit die monster with an armor class of 3, but neither here nor there. There was a cute little sheep who was drifting to sleep when the earth opened up and swallowed him whole. Way down in the foggy lake, Lucifer had a lot at stake, but he wanted some lamb chops instead, and Sherry Lewis wasn't dead. So he reached for some virgin wool, grabbed its soul and began to pull, but he never thought that the lamb that he caught would rebel and then conquer and rule. Now he's Fenton, Lord of the Inferno. Fenton, Demon King of the Dell. Fenton, eyes of flame, breath of sterno. Fenton, death sheep from hell. He's right out of a smoky book, but the signs are there if you know to look. A nasty mustache on his face, sheep are cannons, but this one's a base. It's a nearly complete disguise, except for the fangs and the glowing eyes. If the lion lies down with this lamb, he'll be found in 3 pieces of varying size. Thanks to Fenton, oh Lord of the Orbit. He's got Fenton tongue. Does his breath ever smell? Fenton, chew some parsley or clovis. Fenton, death sheep from hell. He's a strategist and a conqueror. The What's an enemy's list? And the Weekly World News and Enquirer are afraid to admit he exists. He's a devious mind without equals. And if you're convinced that I'm wrong, take a look at the various sequels that I'm going to write to this song. As long as the microphone doesn't go out completely, apparently. What's just auto level or what? No. Death Sheet from Hell is the first you see. Who he is, how he came to be. Then that's done, but what can you do to stop the sheer terror of Fenton 2? The story would not be complete without Fenton 3. The last heartbleed, apparently killed, but comes back for more in the savage sequel, Death Sheet 4. Lamb of Doom, ba 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 ba, Lamb of Doom, ba 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 ba. Oh, it's not even close to done yet. After that one, we get to meet Olga, girl sheep to whom he is true, and their lovemaking gets pretty vulgar. In Death Sheet 5 UW. And they don't get any better either. But the forces of goodness are scheming to slay him and bring the world peace. And you'll spend nearly 2 hours screaming at Fenton 6, rest in fleece. And after it's over, he'll be in the cool earth, at rest in the clover. What is his wool worth? Yeah, joke gets less funny every year. But don't think that heaven is finally winning. Watch for Death Sheet 7, a new beginning. Starring Fenton, he's a complete disaster. Fenton, and I'm hoping he'll sell. Fenton, dark print of the pasture. I'll send Spielberg an offer letter if he won't bite a demonic sweater. What would be better than Fenton, the Death Sheet from hell? Bah! I love you. No, you got to turn the microphone on. God, that was so old. You should have seen that one coming miles away in the distance, staggering. What? Good Lord. Choke. Let's see. I figured that I can get away with 2 quick. Well, actually, these aren't that quick, but they'll do. Number 1, have we got any brown coats in the audience? Okay, I'm not going to sing a brown coat song. Oh, of course I am. You might recognize the tune. La da 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 da. 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 La da da da. La da da da. La da da da. Well, I'm the Captain Mal. My wit is dry. I may never be a success, but I'm gonna try. I live by one law, Murphy's, and you know why? Yay, hey, I'm a firefly, I'm a firefly, I'm a firefly. Yada-da-da-da, well, I'm the first mate Zoe, I'll always survive. Like my career after Cleopatra 25. I'm the hottie who'll kick your ass, and you know why. Yay, hey, I'm a firefly, I'm a firefly, I'm a firefly. Yada-da-da-da, well, I'm Zoe's husband Wash, I'm one lucky guy. I'm off pilots to shut up and let me fly. I'm the comic relief on the wind, and you know why. And hey, I'm a firefly, I'm a firefly, I'm a firefly. Da-da-da-da-da, well, I'm Jane, the hero of Cameron. I'm one studly guy. Don't get on my bad side or you're gonna die. Oh yeah, I don't have a good side. And you know why? Hey, I'm a firefly, I'm a firefly, I'm a firefly. Da-da-da-da, well, I'm Kaylee the engineer, I know what to do. I'm the oversexed grease monkey, snarky savant Mary Sue. I'm in love with Simon, and you know why? Yeah, hey, I'm a firefly, I'm a firefly, I'm a firefly. Yeah, that devil, I'm Simon the Doctor, and Jane gets on my nerves. If he doesn't shut up, I'll make sure he gets what he deserves. I'll lock him in a room with my sister, and you know why. Yeah, hey, I'm a firefly, I'm a firefly, I'm a firefly. Yeah, well, I'm River, I think. There's a 29.22% chance that there's one skin. We reread it in iambic. Oh, dancing. I'm an Arla companion, in love with Mal, who knows why. He always calls me a whore, I guess he's shy. Nothing will ever happen, cause so am I. Yeah, hey, I'm a firefly, I'm a firefly, I'm a firefly. Yeah, well, I'm Shepherd Book, the token religious guy. I got a great left hook, and I think like a spy. All that Barney Miller paid off, and you know why. Yeah, hey, I'm a firefly, I'm a firefly, I'm a firefly. Yeah, well, I'm Joss Whedon, the creator. Yeah, that's me. The only one to compare is J. Michael Straczynski. I thank you all for watching Serenity. Yeah, hey, buy my DVD, I work for Disney. Yeah, well, I'm Ronan Braga, and I'm the Star Trek guy. 20 years of franchise, we almost kissed it goodbye. 4 years, I mean. Just got it right in one. I hate that guy. Hey, he did Firefly, he did Firefly, he did Firefly. Yeah, now this song is done, time to say goodbye. It's been a lot of fun, but I gotta fly. I've set aside 15 hours, and you know why. Yeah, hey, to watch Firefly, to watch Firefly, to watch Firefly. Yeah, Firefly for a white guy.
Thank you very much. That was wonderful. Thank you so much. All right.
The fireflies in Schenectady are beautiful this time of
They
year.
are lovely. I
They're
love
lovely.
to see them light up the sky. And I know why, if you know what I'm saying.
I don't.
All right, so here we go. Oh, I see we're now going to introduce something called content creation. And this is Dr. Stephen Grenade, a physicist specializing in robotic systems and sensors. That's all science fiction. That doesn't exist. His sensors have flown in space, controlled robot-flown helicopters, and guided the shuttle to the Hubble Space Telescope.
Huh? Wait.
He is a physicist who likes lasers, software, and long walks in the moonlight. All right, I can relate to that.
He also played that guy on DragonCon's DCTV. If you've been to DragonCon, you've seen him. He's also a co-host of Disaster Piece Theater and What the Cast. Let's welcome the good doctor.
I think I'm supposed to have one of these envelopes. So before I begin, I have a message from Cast of Wonders I'd like to play. Best podcast about speculative fiction content creation. Our nominees are Story Forward by J.C. Hutchins and Steve Peters. Story Wonk Sunday by Lanny Diane Rich and Alastair Stevens. I'm sorry, I don't have the Scottish accent. It's not nearly as nice. Writing Excuses by Brandon Sanderson, Dan Wells, Howard Taylor, and Mary Robinette Kowal. Get Published by Mitchell Plested. No clapping for that one. Wow, clearly not a fan favorite. And Adventures in Sci-Fi Publishing by Sean Farrell. And the winner is Story Forward by J.C. Hutchins and Steve Peters. I didn't know if I'd get to keep this. It's very shiny.
What's amazing is that J.C. Hutchins isn't here. I'm Anna Creech. I'm with the Parsec Awards, and I am accepting this in their place. Thank you all so much, and keep listening.
Alrighty, up next is for fan and news specific show. Coming up, we have Sarah Miller, is an artist specializing in tattoos and illustration. Tattoos. That's very
sorted. Who would have one of those things?
She is the managing partner at Wild Child Tattoo Pittsburgh. She was the first runner-up on season 2 of Ink Master on Spike TV.
Also introducing this is Chris Gore, the host of Pod Crash, and also hear him on Geek Time on Howard 101 Sirius XM.
Well, hello, everyone.
Hello.
How's your con? Everyone doing well?
Are you having a good time?
Are you waiting for everyone to get out of the elevator before you go on the elevator? Because that would be fucking awesome. I really, seriously, everyone should actually try to do that.
Or just kind of keep the traffic flowing, and stop standing in the middle of the street.
We're here to present the award for Best Speculative Fiction Fan or News Podcast, parentheses, specific.
So this is basically fan fiction.
I love fan fiction.
Everyone loves fan fiction. I mean, okay, so I've written fan fiction since I was very, very small. But I think one of the things about fan fiction that everybody loves is you already love the characters so much you just can't put them down. You just have to keep thinking of the worst situations you can possibly keep putting them in over and over and over again, just different things.
Plus you get to see characters that would never have sex. Kirk and Spock. Picard and Geordi LaForge. Every combination, infinite combination, and you know the phrase from Star Trek, so you know what I'm talking about.
I may have written some of that.
So the nominees are
Rebel Force Radio by Jimmy Mack and Jason Swank.
Doctor Who, Radio Free Scar by Warren Frey, Stephen Trapansky, and Chris Burgess.
We have 2 Minute Time Lord by Chip Shuddeth.
Commentary, Trek Stars by Mike Schindler and Max Hegel.
And finally, we have Doctor Who, Verity by Deborah Stanish, Erica Ensign, Katrina Griffiths, Ellen Miles, Lion M. Thomas, and Tansy Rayner Roberts.
An orgy of writers, to be sure. That's a lot of writers. And the winner is...
I'm going to turn this over to the Stormtrooper.
Probably open the thing. That's gonna be. Wait.
Rebel Force Radio. And oh, so sweet that it came from an Imperial.
Accepting for Rebel Force Radio is us. We're accepting for Rebel Force Radio. Give a big round of applause. Congratulations. Oh, here's the audio.
Hey everybody, I'm Jason Swank. I'm the co-host of Rebel Force Radio. Just want to thank everybody there at the Parsec Awards that serve on the committee. We appreciate the honor, and also want to give a shout out to our fellow nominees. We've been at this for a long time, 7 years as a matter of fact, so it feels really good to bring home an award. I wouldn't be talking to you all right now if it wasn't for my partner in crime, and the best podcast producer on the planet, my good friend and yours, Jimmy Mack. Hey, Jason. Hey, Parsec Awards. Wow, it really is an honor to be here, accepted. Well, we're not there, but figuratively we are, because that's how we get ourselves out there, is via this great thing called audio recording. And that's what's helped us build up a great community of Star Wars fans who feed off our fandom. We're Star Wars fans 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And why this award is important to us: Best Speculative Fiction Fan or News Podcast specific, is because we can share this with our community of listeners, and that's what makes Rebel Force Radio an important experience for not only us, but for everyone who listens to the show worldwide. A galaxy-wide audience of Star Wars fans who I'm accepting this award on their behalf. So thank you so much for thinking of us this year. We're so happy, and we hope to be back again next year. Rebel Force Radio in the flesh at DragonCon 2014. I don't think it's too early to start planning. What about you, Jason?
No, and for the record, I'm accepting the award on my behalf.
He's selfish that way.
So thank you all again so much. Sorry we couldn't be there for all the debauchery at DragonCon, but maybe next time. So thanks so much, and remember,
The Force will be with you, always.
I really want to thank Jason and Jimmy for recording that and mixing it in GarageBand, uploading the WAV files just in time for us to listen to that long-winded fucking speech. So, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Have a great DragonCon.
Yes, and may the Force be with you all.
Oh my, where we come from, stormtroopers means a totally different thing, let me tell ya. Let me tell ya.
And I don't know what they're wearing white. Who does that these days?
It's after Labor Day. Wait, no it's not. Wait, is it? Tomorrow, oh, good.
Fine. The next category is magazine or anthology. The introducer is A. Kovacs, who is the co-founder of Dark Overlord Media and producer of the Scott Sigler Audiobooks podcast.
I need an envelope, also a prize. Thank you, sir. So I am missing my co-host, which is a real shame because in addition to being exquisitely beautiful and smart, she was also dressed as E.T. But I will soldier ahead. Best Speculative Fiction Magazine or Anthology Podcast. The nominees. Am I supposed to say the nominees? I don't know. Nominees are Toasted Cake by Tina Connolly. The Drabblecast by Norm Sherman. The No Sleep Podcast by David Cummings. Tales from the Archives, Volume 2 by T. Morris and Tip Valentine. And Every Photo Tells by Katharina and Mick Bordet. And the Parsec goes to Tales from the Archives, Volume 2. It is my understanding they're not here, which is unfortunate. Thank you so much.
All right.
They want that.
Yeah. No, I'm not T, and I'm not Pip. I actually participated in the Volume 2. I had one of the episodes, and they were really great to let me get in on this. And there's a lot of other talented people that participated and wrote stories along with Volume 2. And let me read a message that T sent. Oh, sorry, he didn't. So anyway, so I want to thank everybody on their behalf. So there you go. Thanks.
Coming up next, we have Fan and News General. And our presenters are John Strickland and Lauren Vogelbaum. They're writers, podcasters, and video hosts for HowStuffWorks.com and Discovery Communications. Oh my God, what is on his face? Are you all right? Are you?
You'll be assimilated later. Say, Lauren,
Yes, Jonathan?
you know, I understand it, that there are some geeks who are not content to just sit back and let speculative fiction rain down upon them like some sort of sticky ambrosia from the overflowing cup of the gods and Joss Whedon.
Are you telling me that some of these people have opinions?
Some people do, in fact, have opinions and want to share them with everyone else.
Some nerds have opinions? No, I mean, that's kind of what DragonCon is about, and we are very pleased to present this award celebrating the art level that we have raised, arguing about the nitpicking of what is glorious about what we love.
Right. So which one of the many
This
envelopes
thing.
that's down here? Oh, good. Because there's 800 of them. So this is for Best Speculative Fiction Fan or News Podcast, open parentheses, general, close parentheses. And please do close your parentheses. It just gets to me. First, Geek Radio Daily by Geek Radio Daily.
Next is The Incomparable
Or The Incomparable.
by
Either
Jason
one.
Snell.
Yeah. Knights at the Round Table by Ash Farbrother.
The Ratchet Retrocast by John Strangeway, CD, Patrick Freeman, and Q.
Right. And finally, Pod Culture, Equal Opportunity Geekness by Brad, Glenn, Christina, and Adam. So, the Parsec goes to, let's see if I can get this.
This thing is hermetically sealed. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. I actually saw what it was from the future with these, but I think this creates more drama, so. Knights at the Round Table by Ash Farbrother. On behalf.
Sorry to say that Ash couldn't be here tonight, but I'm such a big fan of puns that I love the Knights at the Round Table title, and so he must be a wonderful person, although we've never met. I am accepting this in their place, and thank you very much, and keep listening.
Oh, what a mess.
It's terrible. I don't know who sold you half a pair of glasses, but I know a guy in Schenectady can fix that for you.
I love what she's doing with the hair. The kids doing that these days
Right,
with the hair.
crazy
the fringe.
kids. Well, now we're going to introduce the category for music. The introductory people are going to be Alex White, who is a writer, artist, composer, comedian, and gamer. Well-accomplished person, apparently.
Does he play craps?
He must play craps. He's a gamer, obviously. And he's been podcasting since 2009. His first podcast, The Gear Hut, was a 2010 Parsec Award finalist, and the follow-up, Maiden Flight of the Avenger, was a 2011 Podcast Award finalist. He hurriedly coached Disaster Piece Theater.
And mega producer Brooke Fox is a gamer and costumer and was responsible for making the photo shoots for the Gear Hut come together. She was so good at that, they forced her to help make Disaster Piece Theater come together as well. Let's welcome them up here.
As some of you may know, we host a movie-based podcast called Disaster Piece Theatry. The theatry makes it fancy. And it's been an ardent dream of mine that's going to come true tonight. I'd love to hear the THX sound on kazoo. If you could join me. 3, 2, 1.
And the nominees for Best Speculative Fiction Music Podcast are Radio Free Hipster by Z, The Funny Music Project by Devo Spice, and Pros and Cons by Jonah Knight and Mikey Mason.
kill the bearer of this letter signed Hamlet. That seems unfortunate. The Parsec goes to the Funny Music Project by Devo's 5. You people in costume, walking so slow.
Thank you. Got to scroll up. He's been texting me through the entire show. Hello, my name is Jean Pryor. I am DJ Phoenix, the hostess of Radio Free Gallifrey on Dementia Radio, which is attached to the Funny Music Project. Devo obviously is not here, though my hair is as red as his, though mine is not as nice. However, he asked me to say, and I quote, "If we win, please thank the fans of the Funny Music Project. All the artists such as Mr. Tom Smith and the Brobdingnagian Bards, Paul and Storm, all these lovely, lovely, lovely musicians who donate their time, their effort, and, you know, present free music every Tuesday and Friday. And, you know, thank you very much to all the other nominees and the committee, of course, and thefump.com. Come find us out. Thank you. Have a great day."
The next category is fact behind the fiction.
Fictional.
Fiction, yes.
Fiction. And you were right. I was just making a bad joke. Don't worry about it. And coming up to present is Chuck Tomasi and Craig Stepp. They are the hosts of Technorama and are well known for their quirky blend of offbeat news, hackery, and strange stories.
I got to get a picture of you all.
Yeah, get together.
You know what? I'm going to do a panorama now that I got a new iPhone 5. Here we go. Smile! One chance.
It wasn't on a new iPhone 5.
Well, yeah, about 6 months ago.
Yeah.
All right, got to get the notes on. No, that's the lyrics to Fenton.
Yeah.
You weren't singing along?
We all were.
Good evening. We're here tonight to present the best fact behind the fiction podcast.
We're aware of all the facts that have come from fiction, right?
Yeah, like submarines.
Yeah, space travel.
Self-driving cars.
Star Trek communicators.
Walk-through X-ray airport scanners.
Yeah, like Arnold, right?
Yeah, I go with that.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Tablet computers.
Video phones.
3D TVs.
How's that working out for you?
Man.
Zinc oxide.
Little wicker baskets.
They're everywhere. A permanent space station.
And Big Brother.
Please speak clearly into the microphone. The NSA is listening.
However, we are still waiting for some of the more cooler things to appear, like free and clean energy, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Where are the flying cars?
And moon bases.
And trips to Jupiter.
Transporters. I'm still waiting on that one.
Skin-tight silver jumpsuits.
Yeah. Those are hard to get off, you know. Oh. Anti-aging pills.
Time travel.
Computer overlords.
But I hear Google's working on that.
Yeah. And robot butlers.
What?
Yeah.
So they can rise up and take us over?
I, for one, welcome our robot butler overlords.
All right.
Yes.
So let's take a look at the finalists for the podcast that explore the facts that influence the fictions.
In the envelope, please.
No, you gotta keep reading here.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I got
We
more
worked
to
all
read.
afternoon on this, and he blows it now.
Yeah. The science!
Science! That was lame.
Yeah. The science! There you go.
Better. They did that next door. I could hear them.
Yeah.
The history.
The culture.
And the mythology that inspire these stories.
And this year's finalists are...
Don't open it yet. You gotta read
Oh, wait.
the
It's on
envelope.
the outside.
We did this.
The Hubblecast by Ole Usher and Joel List.
That's my line.
Oh, you can read this
In
one.
no particular order. Yeah, hey, we ought to make a podcast called the James Webcast.
There's a thought. I like the title.
That's because I wrote it.
Okay.
Blurry Photos by David Flora.
And there you go. The Titanium Physics Physicist Podcast, rather, by Ben Tippett.
Bacteriophiles by Jesse Knorr.
And The Token Skeptic by Kay Sturgis.
And the wiener is?
Sorry, I got paper cut. All right. Oh, sorry.
You look what he did. I can't take this guy anywhere.
Sorry.
The winner is Hubblecast. Sorry, Dr. J, for the ripped card.
That's okay. Thank you so much.
You can have the ripped envelope too.
All right, awesome. The Hubblecast isn't here either. I'm so sorry. But I'm here and I'm accepting it for them. And I have to tell you, after just watching the sample that they sent in, I felt a lot smarter. So keep listening.
That lady sure is prolific.
Yeah, she wins a lot of
Yes.
awards, that one. The next category is video story. Your introducers are Veronica Jaguar as a voice artist and co-author of the Secret World Chronicles braided novel series published by Bain Books. She's a versatile narrator whose genres include science fiction, fantasy, steampunk. I don't know what that is either, you people. And romance.
And Mark, the encaffeinated one, Kilfoyle, is an award-winning podcaster and longtime community radio volunteer, and now the program director at CHSR-FM. His primary podcast, The Weird Show, has run since 2006 and accumulated over 220 episodes, as well as winning a Parsec Award for Best Infotainment Show in 2008. Mark is also a talented voice actor and a writer. His story, Tainted Roses, is a nominee for a Parsec Award this very year.
All right. What category is this again? We should have probably prepared something. Best speculative fiction video story. Oh, that's exactly like audio.
Right, just with faces.
Right. I mean, you know, I'm in radio, so
Yeah.
I know exactly how this works. All you need to do is have a great voice, and clearly everything else follows.
Right.
That was supposed to be not funny.
No.
Okay, maybe they have a few extra things.
Well, there's attention to face detail, making sure you're boxed in properly.
Sets, I guess. You can't really
Sets.
shoot in a person's backyard.
Well, you could if it's a big backyard.
That's true. Or we just put a screen behind it.
Right, green screen.
And power, phone. No, those are my bills.
Right. Lighting.
Lighting,
Lighting.
yes. Good lighting is important because
Lighting.
if we can't see it, then it's audio.
Right.
Probably sound? No, who needs sound?
Overrated.
All right. Well, we probably should get on with this.
Probably.
The best speculative fiction video story. The nominees are. Let me take the first one.
Okay. Dr. Talon's Letter to the Editor by David D. Levine.
No audio in this next one. It's called The Silent City by Rubidium Wu.
And I Have Your Heart by Molly Krabappel, Kim Bookbinder, and Jim Batt.
Well, you know, these people, they do video, so we can take our time here. They can edit. They edit
That's
this, right? Do everything in post. Right?
Exactly. It all comes out in post.
All right. You know, I kind of like the way that he did it, so I'm just going to compare this a little bit.
Okay.
Yes, you are my hero, Craig. All right. No, I can't get it.
Okay.
There we go. I work in audio.
Okay. And the winner is...
I Have Your Heart by Molly Krabappel, Kim Bookbinder, and Jim Batt.
Thank you so much. Yeah, not only are they not here, but I also screwed up the order of the slides. I apologize. Don't worry about it. Thank you so much on behalf of them, and keep listening and watching.
Veronica's such a pretty name, don't you think?
It's a lovely name. More people should be named Veronica, I think.
I agree.
Next category is new podcaster / team, not to be confused with the other / things I was hearing about earlier.
Oh.
I'm not sure how that goes these days with these kids.
And to present the award is the wonderful Billy Flynn. He's a pioneer of new media and host with the Flinch and the Bruce of the multiple Parsec Award nominated podcast, The Geek Radio Daily. He is a renowned voice actor starring in speculative fiction productions and audio dramas. I did.
Bruce was all like, "Oh, it's just him."
Yeah.
Hey, this
It almost looks like up close.
Wow. One day.
Uh-huh.
One day.
So we have the new speculative fiction, which of course brought to mind a lot of jokes for us about,
New.
doing things for the first time.
Yeah, things that you may have been experienced with, never done before, but you just kind of want to give it a shot and try and, yeah.
Yeah, so the nominees have, lost their podcasting V card.
What we're saying is the podcasting community, we were new once, and I promise you, we're all really good people. We'll be gentle. We will call you, and when we're done, you'll know we've been there.
I don't know if they warned everybody else to keep it PG, but we're trying very hard to keep it PG.
That's the best I can do.
So
Such
dry.
good behavior.
Yeah.
So the nominees?
So the nominees are for Best New Speculative Fiction Podcaster or Team. We have the No Sleep Podcast by David Cummings.
Doctor Who Verity by Deborah Standish, Erica Ensign, Katrina Griffiths, Ellen Miles, Ellen Thomas, and Transy Rayner Roberts. Hype.
You have Knights of the Round Table by Ash Forebrother.
And you have the Reader Writer Podcast by Ben Delano, Mary Ellen Warren, and then there's one more.
Oh, Bruce! It's not bold. It's not in bold. So.
Yeah.
And I can't see it because what is that? Oh, Blurry Photos. No wonder they're virgins. By David Flora. Woo!
You can get the paper cut. I'm not doing it. Sorry.
I got this.
Yeah.
All right, and the Parsec Award goes to the
No Sleep Podcast by David
Cummings. And I think that he recorded.
They're here in spirit.
They took a nap.
They
They're not
recorded
here.
an audio acceptance speech as well. No. Yeah.
No? We do. Do?
Cue that beautiful bean footage.
Hi, everybody. This is David Cummings, the producer of the No Sleep Podcast. I send my greetings from Toronto, Canada, and offer my sincere gratitude to the members and judges of the Parsec Awards, and to my fellow nominees. I am deeply honored to have been given the 2013 Parsec Award for the Best New Speculative Fiction Podcaster. As my fellow podcasters know, the work we do is seldom accomplished by our own efforts. We rely on the time and the talent of gifted authors and narrators and producers to make our shows what they are. I accept this award not merely for myself, but on behalf of the many people who have shared their passion for speculative fiction on the No Sleep Podcast. It's my hope that whether you are a finalist nominee or a Parsec Award winner, that the encouragement and recognition of your work will spur you on to continue producing your excellent shows. I consider it an honor to be counted among you as a speculative fiction podcaster. Thanks, everyone, and enjoy your time in Atlanta.
Thanks for your Parsec, David.
All right, before we continue with the people who are left, how about a big round of applause for the people who organized this whole podcast? A lot of volunteer work, very nice. Our next category is audio drama long form.
Yes, and to present, we have Christina Ellis, an award-winning writer and podcaster. Her podcast novel, Nina Kimberly the Merciless, was both an inaugural nominee for the 2006 Parsec Award for Best Speculative Fiction Long Form, as well as a finalist for a 2006 Podcast Peer Award. Christina is also the creator and talent of many other podcast productions, including Space Casey, Talking About Survivor, Hey, Wanna Watch a Movie, and Christina's Shallow Thoughts.
And Brad Boyer is one of the hosts of Pod Culture and TARDIS Interruptus on the VOG Network. He also hosted the Geek Spin podcast. Brad and Christiana, give him a big hand.
Did I say your name wrong? I'm sorry. Oh, thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Christiana Ellis.
And I'm Brad from Pod Culture.
Tonight, we're here to present the award for Best Speculative Fiction Long Form, Audio Drama Long Form.
Audio dramas are uniquely suited to podcasting through the addition of elements such as sound effects, music, and even a full cast of voice actors. Audio dramas are designed to take advantage of the strengths of the audio medium.
And the long ones are designed to take advantage of the audience by stretching out the story and turning everyone into addicts.
Or junkies.
Yeah, junkies too.
The nominees tonight are all examples of these truly exceptional stories that can be told through serialized audio productions.
And as the audience waits with bated breath, the outro music fades up, and you'll all have to wait for the next episode to hear the winner.
Christiana, that's not quite fair.
But they have to know what it feels like to be kept waiting.
So, how's that next episode of Space Casey coming?
Where are those nominees? Do we have those?
There you go.
Okay, good. So, the first nominee is We're Alive by K.C. Wayland.
Hothouse Bruiser by Joel Metzger.
The Leviathan Chronicles by Christoph Laputka.
Star Trek Outpost by Tony Raymond and Daniel McIntosh.
The Guild of the Cowrie Catchers, Book 4, Out of the Ashes by Abigail Hilton. We almost needed an episode break in between that title.
No kidding. And the winner is Star Trek Outpost by Tony Raymond.
Hey, the winner's here? I know, can you do that?
If you are hearing this, it means I failed. I did it.
That is awesome.
Nope. He does have something to say. Tony couldn't be here because he's all the way in
Colorado.
He's a little bit far. Yeah, he's in an outpost far away.
Hi.
There you go.
That works. Yeah, Tony couldn't be here today. He did record something, but he came all the way from, he's in Colorado, and that's a long plane trip, and, he's building a deck and has a family and crap, so.
And hi, I'm Edward Winterrose. I play Montaigne Buchanan in Star Trek Outpost. He wanted me here to be able to pick up the award for him to represent for the East Coast. Anyway, thank you all for listening, and please do continue listening. We just recorded our 50th episode, and we're hoping to go a lot longer than that. Thank you again.
All right, coming up next, we have Small Cast Long Form.
Dr. Pamela Gay is an astronomer, writer, and podcaster focused on using new media to engage people in science and technology. Through cosmoquest.org, she engages people learning and doing science. She is best known as the co-host of Astronomy Cast, a weekly podcast that takes a fact-based journey through the cosmos.
And for 15 years, Brian Brushwood has toured colleges nationwide performing his award-winning Bizarre Magic Show. Ooh, a thrill-ride mashup of dangerous stunts, mind-reading, and comedy magic, along with skeptical lectures at over 1,000 schools. Let's give him a hand.
All right, Pamela. See, I love the awards. It's a beautiful design. It's just kind of an artifact. It comes out of nowhere. There's nothing.
There's no
behind it.
history. It's not like the Stanley Cup that people have puked into after getting drunk or something like that. Not that anyone at con would understand
I
that.
feel like along with the award, we should give them a story, a backstory.
You know, you're a magician. Can you do something magical to give this thing import?
The only way I could do anything is if somebody had a 2x4 with 9 4.5-inch 30-penny nails embedded into it.
One moment. I think we might have that.
Oh, hey, how convenient. Do me a favor, Pamela. I want you to choose one of those nails right there.
I will try that one.
Pull it out, wiggle it out, and try to bend it. Make sure it doesn't bend or collapse. It's not made of any kind of rubber, no fake nails, right?
Nope,
All right.
that's totally real.
I'm going to show you a feat that dates back about 100 years, originally called the human blockhead. Here we go. I love this moment when people realize where this is headed. Here we go. All right. Now, some people think that this is just an illusion, but I want you to see that's actually going inside the maxillary sinus. You're taking a video, aren't you? This will actually, I'll feel it stop when it touches the back of my throat. Some people think it's done with a trick nail. I give you my word of honor, it's not. It's a bunch of jokes. Screw you guys. All right, I'm going to do the human blockhead. You guys freak out. There we go. Now, I feel like we need a volunteer, but I need somebody qualified.
So, who is more qualified than anyone else to pull things out of somebody's nose? I'm thinking a middle school teacher. Do we have any science teachers maybe in the room? Science! Science teachers?
Do we have any science enthusiasts? Right on. Wait. Actually, right there. Yeah, come on up here.
Come on,
by all means. Make some noise for this, guys. He comes on up. This is the opposite of running. This is walking. You've got to run faster. There you go. Running is the fast one. What's your name, bud? Clark, let me get you over here on this side right here, Clark. I need you to reach forward and grab just the end of that nail right there, all right? All right, now very important, Clark. On the count of 3, I'm going to back away. When I do, you hold perfectly still as that nail pulls out of my face. You ready? All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. There you go, Clark. There you go, Clark. Go, 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 go. And that is a souvenir for you, Clark.
So I think maybe we can do a little bit better than that because there's magic back where that board came from.
All right, you're going to give them an option? All right, fine. You could either have that lovely DNA-covered nail, or you could have, what's this called?
This is a Galileoscope that will allow actual science! Science!
What's it going to be, buddy? Yeah, screw you. Get out of here, kid. Fine. The nominees for Best Speculative Fiction Story, small cast, long form, are...
The Diary of Jill Woodbine by J. Smith and Veronica. I can never say your name, Veronica. I love you. Jigger!
Interference. Interference by Eric Luke.
Secret World Chronicles, Season 6, Revolution by Mercedes Lackey.
I gave you all the hard ones.
I do this. Dennis Lee.
You're doing great. Keep
Kobe
going.
Martin,
You got this.
and Veronica Giguere.
There's a third. There's another one. Strigoi. Is that it? The Romanian Witch by Mark Vale.
And our final nominee is Underworld and Flinch.
Underwood.
Underwood, that would make more sense. Underwood and Flinch by Mike Bennett.
And the Parsec. The Parsec Award.
Paper cuts.
The Parsec Award goes to...
Underwood and Flinch by Mike Bennett.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. If you can hear this, then Underwood and Flinch has won a Parsec Award, which is awesome beyond words, as it means it's the 2nd year in a row. In fact, I can hardly believe it. Let me just pinch myself. Ow! Ow! Oh, I'm sorry, that was my wife. Well, at least I know I'm not dreaming. Thank you very much to the Parsec judges for choosing Underwood and Flinch, and thank you also to everyone who has listened to the podcast and supported it over the years. Underwood and Flinch, the podcast, is over for the moment, but I am working on a sequel. In fact, I'm working on 2 sequels, so hopefully you haven't heard the last of the characters or the worlds that they inhabit. But for now, it's time for me to get off the stage, or at least off the PA system, and make way for the next award. Congratulations to all the other winners, finalists, and nominees, and I hope everyone there is having a fantastic evening. Thanks again, and good night.
We're going to make sure this is sent to him along with the nail with no explanation. That'll be wonderful.
Wow, he was a regular Harry Houdini.
I know, we should get him our agent's name in the Catskills. He could tour with us. He's good, that guy.
He could be big. All right, coming up next, we have the award for Small Cast Novella, and our presenters are Clinton Alvord, who's a multi-talented host of the Comedy Forecast podcast. The podcast started in June 2005. Again, I think that's wrong, 2005. Again with this. Just weeks before the launch of the podcast section on iTunes. In the years that follow, the show has been nominated for several podcasting awards and even won a few.
And Steve Wickeberg is the host of the Geek Cred podcast. He is also the audiobook engineer for the New York Times bestselling science fiction and horror author Scott Sigler. Sounds a little pompous to me, but we'll roll with it. Doc Overlord Media handles post-production duties for the Paul.com family of podcasts, including the award-winning Paul.com Security Weekly, Stogie Geeks, and Paul.com Spanish language version, Paul.com Español.
Ah, me gusta.
There we go.
Cleanse the area first.
So we are here to present the Parsec Award for Best Speculative Fiction Story Small Cast Novella Form.
Wow, Steve, the title of that category is so long, I feel like reading it qualifies as a novella.
Not quite, Clint. In order to qualify, the story should be of an intermediate length of 2 to 7 hours total.
Well, we could pull a Peter Jackson and stretch it out a bit.
The storytelling also uses narration as the primary means to convey the scene in action.
It was a dark, stormy, and really, really humid night in Atlanta. No?
It also only uses one or two people for a presentation.
1, 2.
And it contains element of science fiction, fantasy, or horror.
I really, really thought I was going to win the Parsec for Best Comedy Podcast. That's fantasy.
So the nominees are
The Beauty of Our Weapons by M. Darashu Weem.
Saraga's Children, Scrolls by Paul Elwood Cooley.
Stolen Hearts, The Invitation, a Gallifreyan Love Story by Edward Winterrose.
The Shadow over Innsmouth by H.P. Lovecraft, produced by Mike Bennett.
And Tainted Roses by Mark Kilfoyle from Every Photo Tells. And the Parsec goes to
The Shadow over Innsmouth by H.P. Lovecraft, produced by Mike Bennett.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much to the Parsec judges on behalf of both myself and the late Howard Phillips Lovecraft for making the Shadow over Innsmouth podcast a winner tonight. I got into H.P. Lovecraft, as so many people of my generation did, back in the 80s after the Reanimator movie came out, and The Shadow over Innsmouth has always been one of my favorite stories. And so once I started podcasting classic fiction, it was an obvious, albeit rather ambitious, choice of story to record. I worked on it off and on over 3 years and finally completed it earlier this year. And so now I'm absolutely thrilled that it's won a Parsec. Ear, Cthulhu for Tartan! I mean, thank you. Thank you very much. Congratulations to all the other winners, finalists, and nominees.
I hope you're all having a wonderful time and that the beer and good cheer are in full flow. Thanks again, and good night.
All right, and just a quick announcement before we present our final award for the evening. There are buttons for sale. They help to make this whole thing possible and also pay for all my whiskey.
So buy a button, you cheap astages.
And finally, this evening, we have the presentation for Large Cast. And joining us for that is Bobby Blackwolf. He's the host of the Bobby Blackwolf Show and the technical editor-in-chief for the Voice of Geeks VOG Network.
Rob Roberts is the co-host of Orange Lounge Radio and the content editor-in-chief of the VOG Network.
And finally, Travis Donovan is the host of Under Sedation Live, also on the VOG Network. Let's welcome them.
What are you doing over there, Bobby? Hey, look, if two people could come up here with Google Glass, I'm going to wear my Oculus Rift up here. Don't encourage with your great googly moogly mod. Do you see anything? No. But seriously, I've been coming here to DragonCon since 1994. I've been a part of this podcast track since it started, and it's a great honor to be up here, to be a part of the Parsecs, because I've wanted one of these for so long, and I'm probably never going to get one. But thank you so much. You're holding it now. In fact, no, wait. Just, no.
Hey, everybody's got to leave an impression. Okay. This is my second DragonCon, and it's an honor because you're around so much wonderful talent, not only here, but surrounding you all throughout the con. You bump into just about everybody you are fan freaks of, including getting stuck in an elevator with Peter Davison for about an hour. So that makes it worth it. And Rob?
Well, this is my very first year at DragonCon. I came out here all the way from California. And I just want to thank the bartender because I'm so drunk right now. But that's how you guys roll at DragonCon. Okay, no, a sobering moment, pun intended, for a minute. It is such an honor to be...
Back away from the mic, Chief.
But I like the mic. It is such an honor to be around so many talented independent podcasters. And I know so many people do this for the love of the art. So thank you all for keeping this art form alive. And I know we can only give one award the way this thing is set up. But if I were Oprah Winfrey, I would say, you get an award, and you get an award, and you get an award.
He dreams of being Oprah Winfrey a lot.
Rod, but I'm not Oprah.
Rod, take it down. Just a little bit. Calm.
Again, thank you to the bartender.
All right. And now the nominees for Best Farscape Erotic Fanfic.
No.
Then why the fro am I here? I don't need this dread.
For Best Speculative Fiction Story Large Cast, these are speculative fiction stories still done by narration, but using more than one person. And the nominees are...
So no dirty stuff? Oh, okay.
Download and find out.
Alec and Elizabeth and the End of the World by Michael Gray, Journey Into.
Goat in Shadows Crossing by Tori Truslow, Beneath Ceaseless Skies.
Harlan's Wake, written by John Moreau, produced by Brian Lincoln, from the Dunsteef Audio Fiction Magazine.
A Janitor's Territory by, is that Burt?
Sure, why not?
I'm just going to make crap up. Burt Duncan. I think that's it.
And The Road to Utopia Plain by Rick Kennett for the Dunsteef Audio Fiction Magazine.
No. Because I'm sure after this, we can use those to crucify us. So. All right, and the winner is The Road to Utopia Plain by Rick Kennett.
Gunstep Audio Fiction Magazine.
Bobby, try rubbing this woman for good luck.
No, can we send them a 3-minute long MP3 telling them they won and not give it to them?
You can only rub me for good luck after we've had a drink or two. Thank you all again. And thank you on behalf of Rick Kennett and the folks at Dunsteep Audio. They're really excited about this, I am sure, and keep listening.
All right, everybody. Well, that about wraps it up for us here at DragonCon for the Parsec Awards 2013. That is terrifying. I need to go find a phone booth immediately.
If anybody saw that little man with the phone booth, I would like to talk to him very soon. Thank you very much.
And please make sure you buy a button and support the show for next year. Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
We have the buttons, and once again, thank our presenters for the amazing job they did.